What's up, you guys? Divine Chakras here. Welcome back to the channel. For those that don't know, my name is Shalom. And today, I want to discuss with you guys deities. And I think I may have did a video about deities a little while ago. But I wanted to do like an updated video for you guys about deities. Okay? And I really feel like somebody needs to hear this message. So that's the only reason why I am really doing this video, because I really feel like somebody needs to hear messages about deities, okay? Now, what I'm going to say to you all may not be what you've heard before. It may not even resonate with you, and that's okay. The one thing I love about spirituality is that there are like there's no rule book really to being spiritual except for universal law. And so that's why I love being able to be free and not be in a box, okay? So specifically what I want to talk about deities, oh my God. What I want to talk about specifically with deities today is about finding your spiritual parents, how to work with deities, and what you need to do to maintain a relationship with your assigned or appointed deities, okay? So let's begin with the soul, right? So the soul is, it is a substance of something that cannot be tangible. It's not held, right? Just like the deities, just like spirit. It's something that is not tangible. It is an energy, okay? That is what your soul is. It's an energetic force. And so if you think about your physical body being birthed, right? You have two parents that birthed your physical body, right? Or that created your physical body, so to say. But you also have cosmic or divine parents who created your soul. Okay, and that's where deities come into play. All right, so how did Shalom find her divine parents? Okay, so last year when I was going super hard on meditating, I need to get back to it, but when I was going super hard on meditating and I was just really in like a divine magical place, not that I'm not now, but like I was just going hard body last year. I made a video a little while ago, I believe it was like back in December, and I was talking about Bast, and I was saying that Bast was telling me that if you guys were looking to like find your divine parents, that at that time the portal was opening to allow that to happen, that they are wanting to communicate with us on the physical realm. Okay, so just to clear things up, when we talk about deities are not persons, they are not people, they're not physical beings like your ancestors. Your ancestors are physical beings, right, that lived on earth at one point and have now since transformed. Okay, deities are not people. They never walked on this earth. Okay, they are cosmic divine energies. Okay, and so if you guys hear me say like Bast, she, like, Bast can be a male or a female. She's an energy. Okay, so I don't want you to think that it's a person. It's just how I talk. All right. So back in December, like I was saying, Bast was, again, she came to me with the message that, if you guys are looking to find out who your divine parents are, then this is what you need to do, right? And I gave you instructions. And if you want to go back to that video, it's like back in December, and I believe that it was like Bast has a message. I don't remember the exact title, but yeah, I had this exact red lipstick on, so that's how you know. That's the video. Okay, so anywho, I honestly oh my God, hold on, y'all. I honestly believe that this particular portal is opening up again. Hold on, y'all. I do believe that this particular portal is opening up again, and that you guys will be able, these people, thank you, you guys will be able to figure out this information again. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there. I haven't received a message yet based on my last video that was saying that you all can find your divine parents if you do this. I have not received that message, but I do want to talk about how I came upon learning who my divine parents are, okay? So we all have spirit guides, right? Your divine parents are not your spirit guides. Your spirit guides is like your spirit team who walk with you, you know, who help and guide you, who push you along the way, your intuition, all those good things. That would be considered your spirit team, right? But your divine parents are, again, the ones that, 111, look at that, confirmation on the message. Your divine parents are the ones who made your soul, okay? So think of it in a sense of like, how do I want to say this? Like, you have a godmother who walks with you and who will take over you if your parents like basically like pass. Like, that would be like, to me, like your spirit team, right? But your divine parents are your actual parents that made your soul, okay? All right, so let's talk about how I discovered who my divine parents are. If you guys don't know already, Bass and Ampu are my divine parents, okay? It was confirmed to me through meditation as well as through a dream, okay? And just countless other small, very small detail confirmations that I received. I also have a cat tattoo that I've had for years. And what you will find is once you discover who your divine parents are, that you've always had some type of connection to their energy. I've always been in love with cats. I've always loved dogs. I've always loved animals, period. But I've always been so connected to cats. I have several cat rings. I love cat energy. I love feline energy. I've always been connected to that. Okay. As far as Ampu is concerned, transformation, God of the dead, I wanted to do mortician work as a professional makeup artist. I really wanted to do mortician work, but because of the amount of time and certifications and all that, I was like, I ain't got time for this shit. So I decided not to do it. But I've always been like connected with like death. I've always loved death. I've always been intrigued by death. It's never scared me. Like, you know, I would like, when people passed, I would go up and like touch the body, and like I'm just so intrigued with just like bodies after they've transitioned. Okay, I know it sounds weird, but I'm just being truthful. I'm speaking my truth. All right. Also, oh my God, it's about to be 1 o'clock and I need to be at work. Anywho, so in the midst of, okay, so last year, it was like this whole thing. I was in this group, Indigo Tribe 11. Some of you all have followed me from there, so I appreciate it. What's up, what's up? And I was really, really active in that group. I had a really strong presence in that group before I decided to start my own group, and I began to lead. But I did a distance Reiki session that Osset Netsurugaya, Osset administered a distance Reiki session that was very prolific, and she said in this particular Reiki session that your divine parents may become active. You may figure out who your divine parents are, okay? And at the time, like, I knew about deities, but I didn't know anything about deities, I'll be honest. I was just more so on the crystals, on meditating, spiritual bathing, things like that. Like, I hadn't really gotten into deities. Like, I was just like, I don't understand it. You know, I was still transitioning from the spookism, which a lot of us, a lot of you all, I should say, are probably still you know, kind of battling with. And I know that, you know, you may have other spiritual sisters or brothers that talk about their spiritual parents, and you're just like, you know, what about me, right? So I learned through Bass that you have to be on a certain vibrational level in order to connect with your divine parents, okay? And so once I became on that plane, that is when they finally presented themselves to me. All right, it wasn't anything spooky, it wasn't anything scary, okay, at all. So after getting this distance Reiki session from Osset, which she opened it up to the whole group, I took the session, and she said, just like I tell people when I do distance Reiki, that you may have dreams, okay? A lot of people will sometimes have dreams after I give them tarot readings as well, all right? She said that you may have a dream. Now, that night, I went to sleep after I did the Reiki, and literally the next morning, I woke up out of my sleep screaming Bass's name. And I didn't know anything about Bass. Nothing about her, okay, or Bastet. Bastet is her European name. Bass is her Kemetic name. I didn't know anything about Bass at all, okay, at all. But I woke up out of my sleep screaming her name. And, like, I'm looking around, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, Bass. So I Googled Bass, I looked her up, and I'm like, oh my God. I am Bass. This is me. This is who I am. I am her energy. Literally, I am the energy of Bass, right? So it resonated with me completely. Completely resonated with me. And this was maybe November or so. So I hadn't like purchased any statues. I hadn't even made like a deity altar. I only had my personal like crystal altar and meditation altar, which is next to my bed. So, you know, I was just like, okay, you know, Bass. So, you know, I just wanted to sit on it and process it. You know, I got with my spiritual godmother at the time, and she's also connected to Bass as well, which, of course, you know, spirit always puts you with the right people at the right place in the right time. And so 111 again, Ashe. Come on, confirmation. Anyways, so about a month after that, because I didn't know Bass consort at the time. So your consort doesn't necessarily have to be the same like person every time. Like it doesn't have to be Bass and Ampu or Bass and Jehudi or Bass and whoever. Like it doesn't have to work like that, okay? Like the consort, it's energy. So there is no particular consort. It's all in what resonates with you. It's all in who walks with you, okay? So about a month later, I had a fire ass meditation in the tub. I always, anytime I meditate in the tub, it's like magic happens. I'm meditating in the tub, and all of a sudden, first what came to me is a lion face. And that's how I know that some of my soul DNA comes from the constellation of Lyria. Okay, the Lyrians. I know that I'm connected cosmically to the Lyrians. There was a strong lion face, big, huge mane that showed itself in my meditation. And then literally right after that, Anpu showed up as a one-dimensional figure, just like he looks like on the walls in Kemet. In the temples, he showed up with his ears up, like he just came. And like, again, I didn't know, even though I've researched Bass, I wasn't researching really any other deities like that. Like at the time, I wasn't into deities. I was just meditating in crystals, baby. Like that's all it was about, right? And so when Ampu flashed, I knew who it was. I don't even know how I knew who it was, but I knew exactly who it was. And I got on my meditation, and I'm like, Anubis. At the time, I'm Anubis, but he wants me to call him Anpu, okay? So I wake up, and I'm like, oh my God, Anubis. I'm like, okay. So finally, the puzzle is fitting, okay? It's coming together, finally, for me, anyways. So that is how I came upon knowing who my spiritual parents were, through meditation and through receiving a distance Reiki session, okay? Now, since then, maybe about a couple weeks later, I went out and invested in 2 statues, a Bass and an Ampu statue. I then created a deity altar based on what they told me they wanted on their altar. Now, what I want you all to understand is that Your divine parents are you, and you are your divine parents, okay? It is nothing more than fragments of your higher self, okay? That is all deities are. Deities are not people. We don't worship deities. We don't bow to deities, but we worship and bow to ourselves. Okay, so when you go to your altar to give offerings, when you go to your altar to do your prayers, when you go to your altar to do your meditations, to do your chants, you are ultimately doing all of this to uplift your higher self, your higher being, your crown chakra, okay, activated through your third eye. That is who you're appeasing, is yourself. You got to remember that this spirituality journey is about yourself. And that is the same thing with the Orishas, okay? The Orishas, your head, your consciousness. That's what Orisha means, okay? In lack of better terms. So when you're talking about Oshun and Shango are my divine parents as well, okay? I know I'm connected to Shango. I know that I'm connected to Oshun, okay? And even though I don't really resonate with Orishas, I do give praise to them, to my higher self through their energy, because I do call in Oshun and Shango's energy anytime I'm doing tarot. So I will give them offerings to thank that energy for being able to provide me with divine messages, okay? So as far as like working with deities is there's definitely a book that I would recommend to you guys. Now, I haven't personally read this book, but it's been recommended to me numerous times, and I've heard great things about it. It's called the Deity Linkage book, and it's by S. Ali Myers. If you guys don't know about S. Ali Myers, he is lit. I've been watching him for years. He's been in the game forever, and he's definitely someone that you want to follow, you know, to get that book, to purchase that book, which you can get through his site, okay? It's called Deity Linkage, and I may just buy it just to have, because I think it's a great, like, library book to have. But at the end of the day, like, these deities is going to be about what you resonate with. Now, I know with the Orishas, it is a religion practice, and they do say that in order to know who your true Orishas are, you can get an appointment with the Babalawo, and there's a whole ritual. Like, I mean, honestly, like, no disrespect to Orishas, but I just don't have time for that, and it makes me feel like I'm, again, involving myself back into another religious practice. And those rituals are very expensive, by the way. They may be inexpensive in some other areas, I'm not sure, but the ones that I've researched, I know that they're quite expensive. We're talking a few $1,000s, okay? So, again, this is nothing more than your higher self, and you all can figure out who your divine parents are by simply opening yourself up to higher divine energies, to really working on opening up your third eye, really decalcifying it, getting all the junky shit, releasing fear. You have to release fear. Your deities, your divine parents are not going to come to you if you're fearful. That fearful energy, that low vibrational fearful energy, that is on a very low vibrational plane. They cannot exist within that energy, okay? So there's a lot of things that you're going to have to do to prepare yourself in order to receive this divine information. Like, this is like esoteric, fucking sacred, fucking magic knowledge shit. Like, you have to be prepared, again, to receive these messages, okay? So anyone can do it. Don't think that you need a whole ritual and ceremony to do something. Yes, it's like rites of passage, great. But, I mean, if you have faith in yourself and the strength to say, no, you know what, I'm going to figure this out on my own, then do it. And that energy will come to you. It is you. It's your higher self. Okay? You just got to tap into your higher self. And the energies will present themselves. Point blank, period. Okay? So working with deities, there are, like, you know, rituals that you can do around that particular deity. There is also offerings that you can offer the deities as well. I'm not going to really get into that in this video because that is very personal to me. I don't discuss offerings that I give deities or my divine parents. I don't offer that information. I think that's very private. And plus, Bass doesn't want me telling y'all what I give her. Anyways, But I would definitely say that when you are ready to build your deity altar, then do it. Do it, okay? And once you build that altar, the next phase in altar work is invoking the spirits of your deities, invoking the spirits of your divine parents. And or you could also perform an opening of the mouth ceremony in order to open up the mouth of the statues in order to be able to communicate with you freely without any constraints of like energetic, any energetic constraints. Okay, so again, you know, this video may not resonate with everyone. I feel like someone needed to hear this message. I really feel like someone out there needed to hear this message from me. So that's why I turned on the camera and I just wanted to record, because I really wanted you all to understand the complexity and the truth behind deities. They are not people, okay? Just like Jesus. Jesus is a deity. Ganesh is a deity. Sri Lakshmi is a deity. Okay? So remember that these are deities. These deities are you and you are the deities. Always remember that no matter who you resonate with, whether it's, you know, Hindu, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's Yoruba, whether it is Kemet, you know, there's so many deities that we can connect with. I know that I connect a lot with Ganesh. I love elephants. I have a lot of elephant statues and things like that. So Ganesh is someone that I love. I love Ganesh. I love Ganesh energy. Okay. Buddha is one of my spirit guides as well. I love Buddha's energy. Okay. So, and they have presented themselves to me in one way or another. You will see what I mean when you start to research deities and you start to connect with their energies, that you have always been the energies of these deities. You have always been a part of them. They have always been a part of you. So don't think for a second that it's not by chance that you connect to a deity for a certain reason, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there, that deity connection should never be forced. If you have questions or you feel forced, whether or not you connect with a deity, then that deity probably most likely is not connected to you, okay? People also want to know about creating deity altars. Can you put several deities on an altar? Yes, you can. Now for me, there's 666 in front of me, so Ashe, right on this big ass bus. For me, I don't really like to put too feminine, too male, things like that. I do like to keep the energies consistent and balanced, so I won't like put like Ganesha along with Ampu. Like Ampu and Bass sit on their own deity by themselves, okay? I do have, like, on my personal altar, when I'm doing my dedication right now to Oshun and Shango, their candles, I do have their candles on there along with a statue of Osset. There is a flying Osset that is above my personal altar. But Osset's statue, she's just like a wall piece. I did not activate her. She's not an active statue, okay? Neither is I have two big, huge brass statues of Bass and Ampu. They're also on my personal altar along with Ganesh and Buddha, but they're not active. That's not really an active altar. I don't actively go to that altar. It just kind of sits my crystals and things like that on it, okay? So once your altar becomes active, and that's definitely another video that I want to do for you guys, is how to actually activate your altar and get it to actually start working for you. Altars will change your life. I know they've changed a lot of people's lives. I'd be kind of slack on my altar work. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really need to get back on point. But doing my offerings and things like that, like anytime I do like fresh offerings, things start popping off. But I gotta get regular. Like I need to get on a schedule with doing my ritual altar work, because it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a whole thing, okay? So I just wanted you guys to know that. I think that's it. I am here at work. I got one more day of freelancing with Chanel. Then I'm done for the week. For those that have booked already for the class, thank you so much. I appreciate your love and your support. If you need information regarding the class, you can go to the actual video about my tarot class, and all the information that you need will be there. Otherwise, I will put all the information in the description box below. Again, the class is $10. It will be held on October the 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to give everyone the opportunity to put the babies down, to be relaxed. It's a Saturday night. Grab your wine, grab your tarot cards, and, let's get started and let's open ourselves up to learning the tarot. Okay? I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. And as always, I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.